All right, today I've got this Yamaha guitar in the workshop, and the client wants this pickguard removed. And I'm going to be replacing it with this. I'm not going to put the square on though. I'm going to cut it to shape. But that's what we're deciding on. Replacing it with, first task is removing this thing. So I already started to do it just to get the corner up, but I'm just using a hair dryer. I actually just got this from the dollar store last night. I just put on the low setting. Once I turn this on, it'll be a little noisy, but I put on the low setting and kind of move it around, just kind of warm up the overall material. I use my hand as like a brace, kind of like a depth, to kind of set the depth of it, just to control the variable of depth with it instead of moving around a lot. Just kind of keep it even, moving around very slowly. I'm also paying attention to not stay in one spot. Not that I think the heat from this on the low setting is going to mess up the finish, but don't want to risk that. So I'm just going to slowly move around. It took about like 30-40 seconds, and then I just used my fingernail to slightly kind of lift up the corner, and I could feel the adhesive kind of loosening up and kind of allow me to pull a little bit more. Tools I'm going to be using now, I just have kind of this little spatula thing that I've used for neck resets in the past. The thickness at the very tip here, I think it's like 0.015. I've kind of thinned it out and kind of tapered it so it's a little better. And then I have this kind of X-Acto blade too, but it's kind of beveled, kind of create flat bottom with a slight bevel so I can get underneath of it, and then just another X-Acto blade. So what I'm going to do, turn this back on, and I'll show you how I'm just kind of warming it up right now. I've got like about my pinky, kind of setting the depth of it for the height, and I can kind of tilt as needed to adjust. I'm just kind of like, you can kind of see just peeling up just a little bit. I'm mainly using my thumb, the pad, because it's soft. I don't really want to use one of these right now, especially because it's coming up really easily, and I don't want to mark up the finish. Even though the finish underneath of the pickguard will be covered up, I want it to just be very even and smooth still. I'm kind of just feeling how loose the adhesive is and just kind of letting that dictate how I pull. And I want to save this pickguard because it's going to be a template for the new one. Almost there now. And let's see, it's Alright, so here's the old pickguard here. You can see Luckily, there's not a lot of, let me try to get this here. Let's see. Not a lot of adhesive left over, which is good. But you can kind of see this a little bit. I want it to be a nice clean surface. Before I put the new Pickguard on, you can see some of the outline. So, next step is I'm going to kind of flatten out the old Pickguard and create a template, cut out the new piece. This is just adhesive on the back, so just peel that off and then stick that on when I'm ready to go. But the next step is create a template, a nice flat template, so I can get an accurate size. I'm going to double check with the client, make sure, all right, so where do they want the curve of the Pickguard? Do they want it to cover which part of the rosette or not cover it? So just kind of confirm those types of details. And then I'll clean up the surface and cut out the shape, and then cross my fingers and hope for the best. So I'll do kind of a follow-up once that's all finished.